Yeah, hello, very awesome and wonderful educators. Whether you are a teacher, lecturer, professor, coach, parent, and students, whichever level you are, okay? Uh, you are very much welcome to this episode one of the AI powered teaching 2025, where we are going to be leveraging AI for smart teaching. All right. And of course, in the group, in the registration group, we have talked a lot about um the dates and the timing and what have you, so that this video is more or less like a backup for those who for some reason were not able to make it to the live webinar. And all right, of course we still need to carry them along. Okay, so for the very start of the um free webinar, we just want to, because of course we carried out a poll. Okay, and a very few members of the group admitted that they had not used AI before. Some say they use it sometimes, okay, and some some more or less use it very few times, okay, and some are still a bit. I know a few are still a bit skeptical about whether this stuff is really effective or not. Okay, will it water down the quality of my teaching or the quality of the material that I need for whatever educative or whatever purpose you need it for? Okay, of course, we are sticking to um, the teaching and learning um, realm or aspects. Okay, so now, leveraging AI assistance to enhance teacher effectiveness. Let's look at the first slide. We'll try and make this as quick as possible. Now, some people, one of why they hesitate to embrace AI is because of their phobia for it. They feel that AI is going to replace them. Okay, but I, I'm just here to calm you down. All right, I'm here to help you, based on, not just based on what I'm saying, based on facts. Okay, um, that it's not here to replace you in any way. Okay, it's not here to replace you in any way. It's just here to assist you, and assist you in, boy, a really really advantageous way, an incredibly advantageous way. Okay, such that it will by your control deliver much better qualitative content, and at the same time greatly reduce the time it will take you to produce such content. All right, so there's nothing better than that, you see. And this is not only in the education sector. All right, several sectors generally, it's like this AI is more or less like a blessing, a great blessing for those who are open-minded, because you would agree with me that the days and times we are in, it's really tough, okay, to maintain the energy, all right, that you require to consistently produce excellence for a long period of time than how it was 15, 10, 20 years ago. All right, for example, I'm an illustrator. Okay, part of what I do, aside the online and offline tutoring and training in ICT, okay, and other things, is digital illustration, traditional illustration as well. Okay. And I know that the kind of energy one could sustain 10, 15 years ago in sitting down and spending, you know, almost half a day, you know, in trying to flesh out an illustration idea first, then begin to work on it, is not the same energy, because of course there are many other responsibilities, and at the same time it's like there's this air of it's not that easy. So that this solution of AI just came at a bet there was no better time, than when it was created, and it's just here for you to take absolute advantage of. All right. And I can tell you that even as a creator, okay, it hasn't diminished my creative ability. In fact, it has enhanced it. I don't completely depend on it. I just leverage on it for ideas that in my wildest dreams I would have never thought of. When I was racking my brain to try and bring up something, and it just gives me great ideas that I can, you know, with the help of it, also bring my own creativity and produce something really awesome. So the same thing really applies for every aspect. Okay, like you see here, it complements teachers, it doesn't replace them. All right. So that please be open-minded to embrace it, because it is not AI that will replace you. It is the teachers that are using AI that will replace you if you are bent on not, utilizing it. Okay. So you see that from statistics as at 2023, okay, which is even getting better as the years go by, it shows that AI enhances teaching. 76% of teachers report improved efficiency. Like what I said earlier, where you are able to produce more qualitative content at a much lesser time. 82% say AI helps personalize learning. What does this mean? This simply means that, gone are the days where you teach in a one cap fits all manner. Okay, a one cap fits all manner, where you just stand, and you just teach generically, and of course there are so many kinds of learners. All right, there are visual learners. Aside slow and fast learners, there are visual learners, demonstrative learners, audio learners, readers. Okay. Practical project based learners, several of them. So that with the help of AI, it can help you personalize the learning experience in such a way that, to a large extent, each student can be able to um connect with the teaching, because it is really the style, okay, that arouses the interest and understanding of that particular student. Okay. Now AI frees up 30% of teachers time on average, and um this is about 2023 2022. This is the reference from which this research data was taken. So you can browse it if you wish. By the way, for those of you in this episode one um walkthrough, or this episode one webinar, you are going to get this PDF for free. So don't worry about whether you get it or not. By the way, I even used AI to create this PowerPoint presentation. It took me barely it arranged virtually everything for me. It's just that I just had to put one or two finishing touches. It took me barely 5 minutes to create this. Okay. So that's just to tell you. And now I'm also, like I said, I'm also a creator, I'm also a designer, such that, for me to even create a decent minimalistic PowerPoint design, it will take me anything less than um at least at least 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, but this one took me about 5 minutes or so to do. All right, and it's more or less like me, not too minimalistic, but minimalistically designed in a sense. All right. So I'll even say look at 20, 30 minutes, 5 minutes. I think it's even more than this 30%. I'm just giving an example, as per the time it frees teachers. Okay. And it's really important the advantage of using AI, okay, because most times I notice, especially in my dear country Nigeria, I notice that a lot of the work is done, like a good number of the timing for teaching is taken by the administrative aspects, like the part of the scoring, the part of the preparing the notes, okay, the part of the marking and what have you. All right, so that with the help of AI facilitating such things, it really free up your time to really teach, to really engage the students in such a way as to bring out the critical thinking abilities of those students, to bring out the discussion, the collaboration, the team ability, the communication skills of these students, okay, and the wittiness of these students. It will just give you time to really teach. That's all I'm saying. So, having said this, we are moving down to AI powered teaching activities. So these are just some of what you could use AI to achieve, and the the timing, how quick, okay, the timing it will save you if you were to do it on your own. And this is just 2023. I know that we are currently 2025. The timing would have much more improved, okay, over time. For example, look at this curriculum development, okay, it takes 40% faster, 25% more comprehensive. Now these facts were taken from research done by this source, McKinsey and Company Educational Technology Report 2023, on several educators around the world, to let them to find out how AI has helped, or has not helped. You understand? As they have embraced it, okay, to in their teaching and learning activities, okay. And on the average, okay, they brought out these details of what the teachers and educators, lecturers, professors, reported. Okay, so lesson planning, 50% time saved, 35% more engaging content. And this is extremely true. Now you see how true this is when we look at some of um the tools we are going to be learning with this teacher specific AI softwares and websites we will be learning in this free webinar. All right, you will see it hands on, you will really get to understand. Okay, so more engaging content, student assignment, 60% quicker creation, 30% more diverse. I will not fail to add that it even greatly increases the timing of marking and evaluation. It does an epic job, but I don't want to speak too much here because I don't want this video to be long. All right, so that you will see this example, you will see how I cited an example when you watch the tool that we are going to practically see me use on mobile phone, mind you. Okay, on a mobile phone, mind you, to create a multi-choice question that you can use for your objectives. Okay, objectives mean in terms of examination, um CATs, that is continuous assessment tests, quizzes and what have you, and the way to help to score it at the same time. So it really, this is what it's saying here: 45% faster grading, 20% more detailed feedback. Okay, result: teachers gain 6 to 8 hours per week for direct instruction. You see what I was saying earlier, where you get more time to really teach, okay, because it will save you much more time, okay, that you'd have been using to rack your brain to create the content you use for the teaching, and teaching aids and things like that. So having said this, AI's impact on teacher focus. All right, now based on research. All these things are based on research. Okay. By the way, okay. I'll get to that later. It reduces administrative workload by up to 40%. Now, this is not just the for teachers, even administrators. You get to see how it reduces the workload. In fact, we are going to look at maybe one practical application whereby the AI helps you to build your report card. Okay, you see how important these things are. Okay, it increases one-on-one student interaction time. Okay, it enhances differentiated instruction capabilities by 30%. Okay, where you can specifically tailor your teaching to the kind of student. Man, this is episode 1. As God will help us as we proceed more and more, you get to learn some. Now, improves real-time student progress tracking by 50%. So you can get to track the progress of your student in your in his evaluation, whether test or so. It improves it. Improves it much more. The tracking, and even the reporting of the where the person is improving in and where the person is depreciating in. And the next one is it allows for 35% more time on professional development. Okay, so you have more time to personally develop yourself. In fact, in one of the AI tools we'll be looking at, you see that there's an option for professional development. Okay, there's a research library you can get for educators. This is worldwide, international standard. You can use it to enlighten yourself in the new trends of teaching, 21st century trends of teaching. You get, it's really incredible. And also for information accuracy and verification, because this is one very sensitive part of using AI. Some people will say, what if the AI is giving me fake information? But I can assure you, based on facts, okay, that the accuracy of AI is between 95% to 98% for factual information. And if you compare it with what we use, okay, what we used to use before now, it is much more accurate. And the wonderful thing about it is that you can always ask for references. You know, you can ask for references to more or less verify whether what it gave you is correct or not. For example, you can see I purposely asked it to add the sources of this information, and I checked them out so that you yourself can go and check it out and confirm that, man, this thing is actually what it generated is actually true. So that's why we say that, it's more or less it's doing 80% of the work for you, but your 20% now is that you verify, you check, um you tweak it in the way you know you want it to be, that will be accurate, okay, and will be in the way you prefer it to be, to the benefit of your educators. All right, so easy fact checking through multiple AI platforms, constant updates ensure current information, so they keep updating it to make sure that they are offering the most updated information. Now, you agree with me, most of the textbooks we use, man, in our schools, most of them, the information they are giving is the information that is in 22. In fact, if it's information of 2010, you'll be saying thank you Jesus. Okay, you understand, because it is even more recent. A good number of them, all this will go see will go, all these things, some of these textbooks, to modern modern biology, they will call it modern biology, but it's still the same old thing. When I check what, I remember, one of my neighbors, okay, the younger one who is in senior secondary, I believe. When I checked the modern biology, I was like, this is exactly the same modern biology one used, when he was in that age too. You get? And if you look at this fast changing world where there's always newer innovation, newer findings and everything. You see that it's important that you update, you update. Now I understand that there are some cases where you must stick with the curriculum, that is the textbook given and what have you. Good and fine, you can, but this AI also gives you extra information that you can just as an extra add, enlighten the students, okay, for their benefit. You understand? Even if you may not necessarily use it because it's not part of the curriculum textbook, but it will help to enlighten them more, because this AI gives you what is in your textbook and even much more, you see. So that's just for that. Peer reviewed studies show 40% reduction in outdated info. This is just what I spoke about. So well, this would have likely been very possible in the live webinar, but since this is a backup, um the floor is open for questions and discussions. You can share your thoughts on this presentation, okay, and your main takeaways from this presentation. Well, even if you are watching it here, you can go ahead and share your thoughts in the group, that the registration group, whether on WhatsApp or Telegram. Okay, you can go ahead and share your thoughts there. Just make sure that when this link is dropped there, you just reply to the link based on the thoughts you are sharing or any questions you have to ask concerning it. And for you who may be watching it online, if you have any questions concerning this or thoughts you'd like to share, please just drop it in the comment section, and one will do his best to respond to it in the best way possible. So I really hope this was very it was enough to convince some of you who may be skeptical about embracing AI to just open your mind a bit and realize that, man, this is a real advantage to see, I want to say the word two times. This is a real advantage to take advantage of. Really it is. So thank you so much, and see you in the next section where we'll start practically looking at the AI tools, that can we can use for our teaching, learning, administration, and more activities. Thank you so much. God bless.